Fellow South Africans, Bagaetsu Dumelang, let me first of all thank the Chief Whip of the Majority Party for tabling this very important motion for debate in what clearly must be a very difficult time for his party at this time. I think it's indeed crucial that we take stock of where we are as a nation following the local government elections on the 3rd of August. Because make no mistake, South Africa woke up to a different country on the 4th of August. On the 11th of August, Patricia de Lille was re-elected Mayor of Cape Town after the DA won 66.61% of the vote. And on Thursday, our former leader in this parliament, Ethel Trollip, was elected unopposed as Mayor of Nelson Mandela Bay. On Friday, Solim Simanga was sworn in as the mayor of our nation's capital in Tshwane. And I've also just returned from our economic heartland, Johannesburg, where we witnessed the election of Herman Mashaba as mayor last night. Fellow South Africans, this caps the election of opposition-led governments in towns and villages across the country, from Kouga in the Eastern Cape to Mokgopong in Limpopo and to Metsimaholo in the Free State. So let me take this opportunity to thank, from the bottom of my heart, to thank every South African who voted for change in this election. Re a leboga, enkosi, siyabulela. You showed us indeed what we are capable of as a nation. You showed us that in fact when things go wrong, we have the capacity to choose a different path. And in fact, it is indeed fitting to evoke the memory of Utatu Nelson Mandela, who once said, "May our choices reflect our hopes, not our fears." In this election, millions of voters chose hope over fears. They refused to succumb to the divisive race-based rhetoric because they know that we are better together. So to my ANC colleagues on this side of the House, the lesson of this election is very clear. Never take voters for granted. The voters are watching us and they will throw us out of office if we disrespect them. And I also want to say to our dear colleagues in the 33 governments we now lead, let us never arrogantly claim that we have a divine right to rule or that we will govern until Jesus comes back. Let us govern with grace and humility. Let us listen to the people who put us into power. Let us do our best at all times for all the citizens of our country. Let us never take voters for granted. Madam Speaker, now that the dust has settled, we can start to look ahead to the future. This election is a tipping point that heralds the complete realignment of our politics. The age of arrogant, dominant party is over. A new dawn of vibrant, multi-party politics is upon us. And this election, we have sown the seeds for victory over our enemies in the next coming years. And when I say our enemies, I'm not referring to any particular person or any particular party. Because for us, politics has never been about that. When I say enemies, I refer to the triple-headed monster of poverty, inequality, and corruption. These are our sworn enemies, and we will keep fighting until they have been defeated. Fellow South Africans, let us never compete for power for its own sake. The DA will always remember that power is a means to an end, a tool that if used wisely with humility really can bring change for all the people of South Africans. Ke a leboga, enkosi, siyabulela.